Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Cabin Fever with the Kamloops Museum and Archives. You're here with Megan Stewart, the museum educator. And just before we get started today, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are located on the Kamloops Secwepemc territory within the traditional and unceded lands of the Secwepemc First Nation. Now, today we are going to be doing kind of an interesting craft. We're going to be making blooming paper flowers. So for this craft, what you will need is a square of paper, any shape or size will do, and some water, usually in a bin, a bucket, but a sink will work as well. So we're going to get started today with a song. Our first song is going to be If You're Happy and You Know It, so you're going to want to get your clapping hands and your stomping feet ready. So here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Nice work, everybody. Hopefully that helps you get your wiggles out. Next song we're going to do is the Eensy Weensy Spider. So if you want to get your little eensy weensy spider fingers ready. Eensy weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. The eensy weensy spider went up the spout again. Do that one more time. The eensy weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. The eensy weensy spider went up the spout again. All right, guys, so for our story today, we have a story that's very close to my heart. It is called The Enormous Potato, and this one has been adapted by the version adapted by Aubrey Davis. So, once upon a time, there was a farmer, and the farmer had an eye. It wasn't like your eye or my eye, it was a potato eye. So the farmer planted the potato eye and it grew into a potato. Well, that potato got bigger and bigger. It grew fat. It grew enormous. It was the biggest potato in the world. Time to pull it out, said the farmer. So he took hold of the potato and he pulled and pulled again. But the potato wouldn't budge. So the farmer called for his wife. So the wife grabbed the farmer grabbed the potato, they pulled and pulled again, but the potato would not come out of the ground. So the wife called for their daughter. So the daughter grabbed the wife grabbed the farmer grabbed the potato, they pulled and pulled again. But that potato would not come out of the ground. So the daughter called for their dog. And the dog grabbed the daughter grabbed the wife grabbed the farmer grabbed the potato, they pulled and pulled again. But the potato would not come out of the ground. So the dog called for the cat. And the cat grabbed the dog grabbed the daughter grabbed the wife grabbed the farmer grabbed the potato, they pulled and pulled again. But the potato would not come out of the ground. So the cat called for the mouse. The mouse grabbed the cat grabbed the dog grabbed the daughter grabbed the wife grabbed the farmer grabbed the potato, they pulled and pulled again. Rip! Out came the enormous potato. That's a big potato, said the farmer. That's an enormous potato, said the wife. That's a dirty potato, said the daughter. So they washed it and chopped it and cooked it too. The smell of potato brought the people from town. They brought bowls, they brought forks, they brought butter and salt. Soon everyone was eating potato. My, but it was good. They ate and they ate and they ate and they ate till the potato was all gone. And now the story is all gone too. All right, we have another song before we head into our craft. This one is called I'm a Little Teapot. So for this one, you're going to want to take your arm and make your teapot spout, take your other arm and make your teapot handle, and it goes like this. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout, tip me over and pour me out. All right, so for our craft today, you are going to want to have a little bit of water to make your flower bloom. So I'm going to use a cookie sheet. I'm going to put about 4 cups of water in here, so I'm just going to pour it on in. There we go. All right. And for your square, you're going to want to make a square. You can cut this out of just a regular piece of paper. I've used just regular plain old printer paper. You're going to want to color starting at the center and working your way outward. Once you have completely decorated your square so that it is the most beautiful flower design that you can think of, we're going to go ahead and fold those. So we're going to fold it once in half like a hot dog, and then we're going to fold it once in half like a hamburger. So once like a hot dog, once in half like a hamburger. And once you've got your piece of paper all folded up into a nice neat square again, you're going to go ahead and take a pen or pencil and you're going to just draw on the pattern of flower petals that you want. So you might want to do just one big petal, you might want to do 2 smaller petals. Do keep in mind it's not going to really change the way your flower opens up, except that it will have more petals on it. So I'm going to do 2. So making sure I cut down those center lines as well. Otherwise, of course, you'll find that your petals won't open up quite the same. So there you go, I've got kind of a heart shape going here. And then you're going to go ahead and cut it out. So we're going to cut all the way along here. Cut in. Same for this one. Along. And making sure as well, if you do have more than one petal, making sure that you cut down the sides, but not all the way down, because you want to make sure you leave your center part centered. Okay, and once you've done that, you're going to open up your flower, and this is going to show you what your flower is going to look like as it opens up to bloom. If you're not totally happy, do feel free to go through and cut some of your petals down a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit more of a cut between some of them. They're not quite as long as I would like. There we go. Perfect. All right, and now comes the fun part. So we're going to fold these guys up. So you're going to just take each petal, pick whichever one you'd like to start with, just make sure you keep going in the same direction. So you're going to fold this first one in, then the next one you're just going to fold in on top of it. And unlike some of the other crafts we've done, these are going to be very gentle creases. You don't want to fold these down really tight, otherwise it's going to take a long time for your flower to bloom open. So we'll just keep folding these down. We're going to make this into a rough circle shape here. There we go. So there's my flower all folded up. So you can see it makes a bit of a circle shape. There's what it looks like on the back. And we're going to go ahead now and we're going to put them into our water. And so that you guys can see, I'm going to go ahead and move the camera over here so you can see them. So here we go with our flower. We're gonna pop it in here and we'll watch as the petals start to blossom open. Might have to help it along for these last couple petals. We'll just give it a minute and see. You might notice this is not my original flower. So obviously less is more with this craft. You want to put on a little bit less in terms of coloring material. I think it weighs it down and makes it hard for your flower to really open up. If you've got too much crayon or too much felt pen on there. There we go. and probably less in terms of number of petals as well. But this is a really fun STEM activity to do with little guys. All right, guys, so now that we are all done with our flower craft, hopefully yours were a little bit more successful than mine were. I had some really good luck with my initial flowers with less petals and also less coloring material on them. So do keep that in mind as you're making your flowers, especially if you're doing a second try like I had to do. And we're gonna finish today with the Wheels on the Bus. Probably most of you guys already know this song, but let's do it together. So we'll get our rolling hands ready. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The driver on the bus says, move on back. Move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, move on back, all through the town. The people on the bus say, hello, hello, hello. The people on the bus say, hello, all through the town. All right, guys, that's it for me. So thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next time for our next episode of Cabin Fever.